Hi Varshaketu, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
So how are you?
I am well, sir. What about you, sir?
I'm also good, thank you. So how is your preparation?
Preparation is going well, sir.
Okay. So this is your third round of mock interview. Yes?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So let's start.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So Varshaketu, can you just tell me about yourself?
Sir, myself, varshaketu Bandurao Dadade. Uh, I had completed my graduation in 2014 and currently working with RK as an Angular developer.
So this is about you.
Yes,
Okay. So how much year of experience do you have
I am having around 2.5 years experience, sir.
in Angular?
Yes,
Total.
not totally in Angular.
Yes.
For around 1.5 year, I worked on HTML, CSS, JS.
Yes.
Then since
UI.
last around 1 year, I am working on Angular.
Okay. So you have total experience in Angular. It's 1 year, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. So can you tell me why you are leaving your current company?
Here I am almost completing 3 years in Arkesoft. Now I think it's time to change the organization for self growth. So I decided to leave this job and switch in other organization.
And can you tell me uh, means what are your salary expectations?
Currently I am with 4.5 lakh package.
Okay, and expecting.
Expecting 30% hike.
Okay. Okay. So can you tell me about your projects?
No, sir, I can't tell you.
No, means just explain me the projects.
Okay. In our project, we used UI and Angular development, HTML,
And so
CSS,
tell me the names of a project.
name. Sorry, sir.
Okay. So on how many projects did you work?
Uh, Two projects.
Okay.
First user interface, that UI developer in first 1.5 years, and currently working on means as an Angular developer on second project.
Okay. Okay. So yes. So what is HTML?
HTML is a web page language. It stands for Hypertext Markup Language. It is used to
Means
design
float.
static web pages.
Okay. What is float?
Float is a property of CSS. With float, we can shift views or elements to left or right side.
Okay. And if, how many types of positions are there in CSS?
There are almost five types of positions. That is based by default position is static, then relative, absolute, fixed position, and a sticky position.
Okay, what is the difference between position relative and a position absolute?
Position relative means move element with respect to itself, and position absolute means move element with respect to other.
Okay. And which is the parent element
Forward, sir.
in relative and absolute?
If relative by default body will be the
No.
uh, relative
So you
position.
said itself with according to itself it will move. Correct?
Yes,
Yes. So it considers the parent element should be
self.
itself. Yes.
Yes,
And in position absolute,
you should give position relative to other element, means
yes, and
parent
that will be
element.
the parent. Yes.
Yes,
Okay. Okay. So what is the difference between text align and a float?
float text. Using float, you can move the divs or elements to left or right side, and with text align, it has three values that text align center, right or left.
Yes. But what is the difference? In that also we can do left and right.
Yes. Uh,
When should we use float and when should we use text align?
we should use text align for text means paragraph and span inline element, and float should be used on block level element.
Is it right? Correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So tell me why we use border radius?
Border radius
Hmm.
to shape the corner of any square or uh, what can you say, to curve the edges of any square. If any div is declared and height and width given to it, if we want to convert that particular div in a circle, then we use border radius property,
Yes,
50%.
it is used to make a element circular. Correct?
Yes,
In a
yes,
spherical. Okay. So and also that you told about the float and text align is incorrect. That is wrong. Huh? Okay.
okay.
So okay. So we'll move to the next question. What is JavaScript?
JavaScript is a language, browser language,
Browser language or a computer language?
computer language.
Yes.
It was basically known as this. this. Sorry, sir. Next question.
Okay. What is hoisting in JavaScript?
Hoisting is a process in which all the declaration through the scope get shifted at the top of the scope without values. That means only declarations will get shifted. Assigning values assigned to it will not shift.
Correct. Okay. And what is a closure?
Closure is a function with lexical scope. Sir.
What is a lexical scope?
Lexical scope means scope of parent.
Okay. And imagine that if
Yeah.
I have declared a variable in a window scope, a equals to 20, and I am using it in a function a. Okay. So is it a lexical scope?
No, sir. That means global in global scope you declared variable and using it in a function.
Yes. Is it a lexical scope?
It should be. No, sir. It is not a lexical scope.
Is a lexical scope.
But
That's why we can access it in a function. We
okay.
can access a variable which is outside the function, correct?
Yes, sir.
So the parent of that function is a body,
Yes, sir.
correct?
Yes.
Okay, fine. So this is about a lexical scope, means a parental scope. And
Yeah.
what is a closure? What is a perfect definition of a closure?
Closure means a function which is having a scope equal to its parent, sir.
Can you elaborate with an example? Just share your screen and write a program for a closure. Just be calm, simply write a program, okay?
Yes.
Don't think over, don't do overthinking.
Actually,
Okay,
sir, I
simply
am.
say
There is no much practice of DOM and since
closure.
last 15 days.
Okay. So
mm,
you can directly tell me, I means I just know the concept of closure. I
I am
didn't.
just telling the definition which I
Okay. So can you write a program or I should move to the next question?
we should move to next question.
Okay, fine. Okay. So what is a filter?
Filter is a higher order function where in which we means on the basis of condition we can arrange a array, rearrange array.
What is mean by higher order function?
Higher order function is a function in which uh, other function is passed as a argument. Hello.
Oh, I think it is a wrong. What is a callback function?
Callback function is a function which is passed as an argument in a function.
Yes. And what is higher order function?
Higher order function is a function in which we pass argument as a function. Means a function which is having argument as another function.
Just I was checking if you will confuse in that or not. Okay. So what is the basic difference between filter and map?
Filter and map. Uh, in map we can map data, uh, and in filter we filter data means using a condition we can sort out the array and reduce or filter out it.
But what is the basic difference?
No, sir.
Okay. So what is the difference between for each and for in?
Or each and or in. No,
Okay.
sir.
What is yes, yes. What is a function?
Function is a block of code which performs on input and gives output.
Okay, correct. And what is a first class function?
First class function is a function which is stored as a value.
Yes. Okay.
Function which we
And
can store as value is known as first class function.
yes. And what is the object?
Object, uh, in object we can store the multiple data in the form of key value pair.
Okay. So share your screen. Okay. And take one string and iterate it. Means I want the string printed one by one without converting it in an array. Okay.
Sir, can you repeat question? Hello.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Can you repeat the question?
Take a string. Okay.
Yes.
And loop over it. Print one character one by one, and you should not convert that string into array.
Okay.
Yes. Without converting into array, iterate the string.
Means each letter should be printed. Hello.
One letter, like if you use for loop on this by means if it was in an array, we'll get one character I then space then l, correct?
Okay, sir. Is it correct, sir?
Run the program.
Mhm. Should be printed. Yes, sir. Hello.
Okay, correct. Okay. So now take one object. Okay.
Yes.
Take an object. Take names. Now iterate over it on object.
Using formula, sir.
Yes.
I'm not recognizing, sir.
Yes.
I'm not getting exactly.
Okay, fine. I will move to the next question. I have shared you one message. Copy that object. Copy that array of inventors.
Yes.
Yes. Now in this,
Ah,
the inventors who were passed in 1900, year 1900 to 2000. Okay. And who was born in 1800 to 1900. You have to print it.
mm,
You
I
have
have
two
to.
conditions. Just write the question. The inventors, yes, who are passed in between 1900 to 2000. Yes. Okay. And second condition is born between 1800 to 1900. So you got it, correct?
Yes.
I will share you one more question. I have shared you a question in the message. Copy that. Now print the
Uh,
instances that occurred. Like car is occurred two times, truck is occurred two times, like that. Okay. Means one word, how many times it is occurred in an array. Okay. Each and every word.
Sorry, sir.
It is simple, Varshaketu.
Yes, I got, but how to do?
At least you can try now. Okay, fine. Okay, I will share you another question. Okay, sort this array by using by ascending order. Sorry, descending order.
Which are this?
This array data. Why you will use filter?
You should use reduce, sir.
Don't want to reduce it, no. Just we want a sorted array like uh, C A B C. C will come to the last because it is a descending. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So how will you do that?
Using sort.
Yes, you can do it, but without using sort, can you do that?
Yes, I can do, but now I am not getting exactly.
Okay, fine.
Using arrow function, we can do as we do for numbers. Hello, hello, sir.
Yes.
Can we move to next question?
Why it came or not?
No, sir.
Okay. So take the first question only. That array inventors array.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. And what you want to do is mm, just
Yes.
sort the inventors by birth date, oldest to youngest. Means descending only. and print their names.
Exactly, I'm unable to remember the logic, sir.
Able to?
I got the logic that inventors dot year,
Yes.
you should take two variables and compare them.
Yes.
But I'm not.
Means you don't have idea on sort you are saying.
Yes, I got.
Okay.
I have idea, but now
Yes.
I'm unable to write code.
Okay. Mm, then write the program for how many years till all the inventors live all together.
How many years they lived together?
Yes.
No, sir.
Okay, Varshaketu. Okay, we are done here. Okay, do you
Okay.
have any questions for me?
Yes, sir. What is the difference? Means you asked me for text align and float.
Yes. Float, what it will do is it will move the content, sorry, it means that content box, total
Okay.
box. And text align is used for align the content in the box, inside the that content box.
Yes, yes.
Yes. Float is used for whole content, sorry, content box. And text align is used for inside that content
Content
box.
for
Yes.
particular content.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Means like there is a div, you want to move that div, then you will use float. But inside that div you have a text
Content,
or what you want to move. For that you will use text align.
text align. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Yes. So bye.
Bye, sir. Good night.